How's it going, everyone? Paul here with Outlier CrossFit. Today we're going to talk about a movement that we see a lot in workouts and that we just saw in the open, which is going to be chest to bar pull-ups. One of the biggest issues that I see with people in chest to bar pull-ups is not necessarily that they're not strong enough to get up to the bar and get their chest high enough. It's that specific requirement that your chest has to hit the bar. A lot of people will get close to the chest to bar pull-up and end up kind of floating at the top but not able to get the bar to their chest. I think it's just more of a coordination slash understanding what is the next step in that process to get the chest to the bar. A lot of people think that it's just like a bigger pull-up in the sense that you pull the bar farther down. Well, actually what you need to focus on is pulling the bar back and almost through your chest. So we're going to break down what a couple of different pull-ups look like: strict, regular, butterfly. They all have the same variables and they all look the same at certain points. So we're going to break those down, kind of show you what those look like and what the difference is between that just getting high enough and actually getting contact to the bar, what that looks like. In addition to that, we're going to give you a couple of drills that you can do before your pull-up workouts, in between your workout days, when you come in the gym to warm up, cool down. A little bit of extra strength work that's very simple to do and helps kind of build up those smaller parts of the back to help get that last final contraction, which is going to get that bar all the way to your chest and make sure you get that good rep. So let's go ahead and head inside and start breaking stuff down.
Hello everyone. So this week for Tutorial Tuesday, we've talked about how we're going over chest to bar pull-ups. So here we are, we're going to compare some regular gymnastic kip and also butterfly. They both show the same thing. We're showing the main key points of focus, which is going to be that upper back contraction and trying to pull the chest either to the bar or pulling the bar into the chest, however you want to look at it. So the first part, let's go ahead and look at the left screen, which is going to be the regular gymnastic kip pull-up. So here, the top of the range of motion is chin over the bar. So you can see there, that's the top. I start to go down. So we're going to focus on this position right here. The main thing you can see here is that the arm position, where we're going from the shoulder to the pull-up bar, you can see that's about the angle of the arm. The direction that the forearm is pulling in, if you move those lines out of the way, we'll put these ones here, so the direction is more of a downward pull. And that's what, when you think of when you first are learning your pull-ups, you're trying to pull the bar down, pull yourself up. This is where a lot of people get stuck on chest to bar pull-ups. So now let's go ahead and look at the chest to bar version, and we'll look at what that body position looks like. So boom, right there, you can see that this arm position, the direction of the forearms is now going a lot more back. What has happened is that there's a much bigger contraction in the shoulder blades in the upper back, which is now trying to pull the chest forward / pull the bar to the chest. So those arm angles now, if you compare what the body looks like, is there and there. You can see that there's a much bigger contraction there versus there in the regular pull-up. If you look at the regular pull-up, that's where a lot of people get stuck. They end up hovering in kind of this position and they can't seem to get the bar any closer to themselves. And the reason is because they're trying to continue to pull down, whereas the direction of the pull has to change in order to get the chest to the bar. So that pull really does have to be back this way, as if you're trying to pull the bar through your chest. Almost like, if you're in the bottom of a bench press or something like that. We want that bar coming to the mid-chest, low chest, and that's going to give you that strong contact nice and reliably. It doesn't matter if this is strict or gymnastic. Even butterfly is all the same. For sake of dissection, let's go ahead and take a look at some butterfly pull-ups, and we'll go over. You can kind of get some freeze frames and see the difference between a regular butterfly and a chest bar butterfly. So you can see the upward looks the exact same as the normal kip. Top of the range of motion is right there. That arm position is not really much different. You can see that the elbows are still in front of the shoulders, and the elbows are a little bit away from the bar because of how the movement of the kip works. But the elbow is still mainly pulling down on the barbell. It's going this direction. Now if we look on the right hand screen, the chest to bar, you can see the upward movement looks the exact same, and now you can see those elbows pull back significantly farther and the direction is a lot different than the regular pull-up. There still is that big action of trying to pull the elbows back as far as possible, and in pulling the elbows back, the other action of that is pushing the chest forward. And so one of the drills, or one of the things that you want to focus on strengthening, is going to be that upper back area, going to be this area right here, the shoulder blades. Whoop, that's a line. Okay, so the upper back right here, that's what we want to strengthen. The shoulder blades, the lower traps, the rhomboids, all of those muscles are what we need to get stronger and to build better awareness of, so that way when we are doing chest to bar, you can pull the chest forward, pull the bar back into your chest, and get those good reps more often. So what we're going to go over next is going to be a couple of drills that you can do really before or after classes. Doesn't really matter. We're going to go over banded standing rows, dumbbell bent over rows, and ring rows. All of these movements strengthen the upper back and give you a chance to build that awareness and that range of motion, so that way the next time you're going for a pull-up, you can kip up and think about doing those movements, pulling the bar back into you as hard as you can, and make sure you get that rep. So let's go ahead and head over and go over those drills.
So hopefully you guys like those drills. Hopefully you have a better understanding what is required and what is necessary in that chest to bar pull-up movement to make sure that come around next open or next competition, you don't get any of those no reps and you're getting that solid contact every single time you go for those reps. We'll see you next week, and goodbye.